Short answer, you should know what you want. Long answer,
I have a question for the men. What the fuck do you want?
what's up, Magis? Little Haxel here. How's it going? Today I was checking Epictetus' book, the reading of the year, because it has been a while since last time I touched that book, just to see what's going on there, what the dude has to say today. And today's chapter was friendship and love. The chapter started with the regular discourses of him. He was pretty insistent in the topic of finding your truth, finding what is good and what is wrong and shit. I never fought with that idea, because he's a strong believer that you should find your truth and that you have to stick to that truth all the time. I think he was a believer of this is black or this is white, and I'm not fully agree with that. I'm always been a person that believes in gray areas and shit. To me, nothing is entirely good and nothing is entirely bad. But yeah, he always say that all the time. Not only on this chapter, but in all chapters, he's very obsessed by it. Because he's a truly believer that if you find your own truth, you know how to behave, you know where is your way, where is your north and shit. And behind that truth and what do you believe in is what you want. What you want from others. What do you want from your mother, from your father, from your friends, and from your relationship? He started to speak things like, we as humans always want something from other person, and that it's always like that. And that is a truth for him. So if you have a friend, probably you're a friend of him because of something, and that person is also winning something by being with you. And at this point of the book, I was just confused, and I don't know if I believe on this shit. I don't really think that you should be friends with somebody just because you're gaining something from him or something like that. I think that I really thought that you should be friends with somebody just because you want to share with your life with that person. You don't necessarily have to be always searching for some value in return or something like that. So I was really ready to stop reading and throw the book through the window, because I was really thinking that he was a very selfish person to just see people as currency, as resources that help you to achieve things. But it's not entirely like that. He directs the idea in a very lovely way, where he says things like, if you know and you understand what you expect from people, you're ready to give it all. You're ready to help them without any doubt. Maybe I'm a friend with this person because he gives me company, because this person can teach me how to draw, because this person can teach me the value of friendship, and by understanding that I want that, I will be able to give everything. I will be able to just be there for that person because I'm receiving that. That person is giving me that. And so why should I not help them? Why should I not be loyal to them? Why should I not helping them when they need the most? Because you will not have problems in giving. And if you find out that that person is expecting this from you and you're not willing to give that, this is something that is not going to work. And sometimes we don't notice that behavior. We don't notice that that person is expecting this from us and that we are not willing to give that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm just a friend with somebody because I grow up with him for X amount of years, and I'm just there because we have this connection. But what if that person is expecting something that I'm not willing to give? But we don't even notice that. We don't even think about it because we're just behaving with them. But at the end of the day, that kind of shit is what brings friendships. That kind of shit is what ruins any relationship. And same with family members. If my dad is expecting me to do certain things and I'm expecting him to do certain things, and if we are not agree with that, that's why we are always fighting. That's why we are always arguing, and that is slowly deteriorating any relationship. And what Epictetus says is, if you give yourself the time to understand other needs and your own needs, it will be easier to actually give and receive. It will be very easy to understand who is your friend and who is not. Who is something beneficial from you and not in a selfish way. Probably you're not being beneficial in other people's lives, but you're just staying there because you're your friend. But that person is expecting you to be there all the time, and it happens that you're actually never there. It happens that you're busy all the time, and that person is expecting you to have too much time. And that's fine, everyone has its own needs, but and you are not there not because you don't want to, but because you don't have time. But by reading this dude, I started noticing these kind of behaviors. I started noticing that kind of needs that they have and you don't accomplish. That's where you see that the other person is not very comfortable with you, and it works the other way around. Maybe you're expecting your friend to be certain way, but he is simply not, and that's fine. I'm not saying that your friend has to be perfect, but sometimes we have to understand what we want from them, and that if we are not receiving what we want, it is not to really work out. And the sooner we understand these truths, damn, now I understand this truth. The sooner you understand these truths, your truths, what you want, what you expect, and what people in your surroundings is expecting from you, the sooner you will realize how that connection is working. The sooner you will realize what kind of friendships are gonna work and what kind of friendships are going to last. Just understand yourself. That way you can be a better friend, a better lover, a better son. And I think at least it's worth thinking about it. At least it's worth to spend 5 minutes watching what's going on there. Anyway, I thought it was a nice read. I thought it was an interesting idea, and probably can help you to understand if your surrounding is what you really want. And I think it's just worth to think about it. That was it. That's Epictetus' ideas on friendship and love. What do you think? Do you think the man is crazy, is very selfish? Let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to drop a like and shit. And let me know if you like these kind of topics. But most important, thank you so much for watching. Remember, I'm the Supa Haxer, and see you on the next video.